Is Darius Acuff the best Razorback basketball player that we've seen in 20 years? I think honestly, looking at his stats, he's averaging over 21 points, over 6 assists, and 3 rebounds a game. He controls the Razorbacks offense better than anybody that I've seen in my lifetime. And so I think there there's definitely no question that he could be the best basketball player the Razorbacks have seen in 20 years.
Oh, 100%, man. And I can talk about so many different things, whether it's like him running the pick and roll, kicking the ball, asking for it back, running it again, attacking the basket, getting that guy open and dishing it off. He did that with
Yeah.
Nick Pringle the other night. Or it's just working the pick and roll to the point where he forces that double to come with him. So many different things. He knows how to work the defense to get the look that he's wanting, whether it's kicking it out to Malik Thomas for a three or dropping it down low. And then not only that, but like he has that hesitation and then that first step that's just so hard to guard. Overall, he does so many things. And then to top off all of those things, getting to the basket, great free throw shooter, good defender. He's shooting over 40% from beyond the arc. So, I mean, there's just so many different things that you can look at that are dynamic. But I can say this: the Razorbacks have not and may not see another point guard like him for a long time.
Yeah, no question. You look at it the other night, he was 7 for 10 from the 3-point line against Auburn. And so I think that adds to it. He got some open looks, or he got a bunch of open, like little seconds of open space, and he knocks the three down. He is definitely one of the best Razorback players in a very long time. And I think you're right. I bet he scores or assists on a third of the Razorbacks points every single game. And that just shows the testament. I would love to see him for another year, but I think there's no shot that he drops out of the top five in the NBA draft.
Yeah, I think they have him ranked as like the number eighth or number seventh overall prospect going into the draft right now. And there are several teams that could use a point guard that does what he does to facilitate, run the offense. And man, I mean, you got to think he's like a Chris Paul type of guy that just
Yeah.
instantly makes a difference in for a team. Um, so excited to see what he continues to do and how he operates the rest of the season. And I think we go as far as he takes him. You look at what happened in the game against Auburn, and he goes down. He's trying to get some new shoes on, and when he's out, the lead dwindles a little bit,
Hmm.
and then he comes back, and it's just like the snap of a finger. The Hogs go on another run. So he's just one of those guys you got to have if you're going to make a change. But now to continue further, here's a question that I'll pose to you: how much of a difference, though, do you think that it's made with Wagner and Knox being hurt and forcing Richmond in the starting lineup? And now I think he's there to stay. How do you think that's affected what the Razorbacks have been able to do?
Since those two guys were hurt, with that being Wagner and Knox, the offense has taken another level. Not a diss on any of them. It's just a lot more fluent in it. Billy doesn't try to go and get his points. He was 12 for 15 the other night on a couple fast breaks. When Billy dunks it, the whole place goes crazy, like that one dunk that he made in the Kentucky game where he jumped from basically the 3-point line. The arena adds a lot of the atmosphere when Billy's in the game. Every single person loves Billy Richmond in a Razorback uniform. He played 38 minutes the other night compared to Knox and Wagner. Obviously, they were coming off injuries, but Knox and Wagner played 6 minutes, and the Razorback offense the last 3 games has been propelled a lot. And I mean, Billy's better on the defensive side. Um, Probably one of the best defenders that the Razorbacks have. So I think Billy will be in the starting lineup to stay, and I think that's prevalent to Cal and his staff that the starting lineup we're rolling with. Maybe interchange Pringle and Ewan, but Pringle's been playing better. I think this is the starting lineup to stay for the rest of the year.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And one of the things that Billy does really, really well, like you saw the play where he's out on the perimeter, he's calling for the ball. Uh, Acuff passes the ball, and as the ball is coming to him, he sprints through the pass, catches it. He's blowing by the defender before, like almost
Hmm.
as he's catching the ball, and gets to the basket for an easy dunk. He has all kinds of fast break, dunks, the windmill, and just not only does he play, like you said, extremely good defense, he is able to shoot the three a little bit, but he gives you something that I think you don't have in Carter Knox and Wagner is a guy that can just blow by his defender to the
Hmm.
basket with his athleticism. And then, I mean, he's a phenomenal free throw shooter as well. So it's like there's so many ups to having him in the lineup right now. You kind of hate it for a guy like Carter Knox, especially DJ Wagner, because let's be honest, what Wagner did last year allowed Arkansas to go on the run that they were able to go on
No
with him
question.
stepping up. So, but man, yeah, I'm feeling really good about this Arkansas team right now with Billy Richmond as a starter.
I mean, I think you look at it, Billy, like I said, played 38 minutes at 25 points, but he also adds those 3 rebounds and 4 assists to where he either gets the rebound and pushes out to Acuff or whoever the guard is at the time, or he can go in and get those offensive rebounds and make those junk plays around the rim to score it. And I think that's what helps the offense go. But obviously, as we look at it, when the Razorbacks play fast, when they play in transition, which Billy allows the Razorbacks to play in transition, that's when we score the most points. When our defense turns into offense, that's when we are at our best. And I think that's a big testament to Billy Richmond.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Well, man, to this week, obviously the Razorbacks have a tough game going to Alabama, and I think Alabama is one of those teams that when they're hot, they're one of the best teams in the country. When they're not, they're not. You know,
Yeah.
but they're one of those teams that Nate Oates really likes to shoot the three ball, and when they're dropping, they're really hard to beat.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on that game going into Alabama with the Razorbacks? Really, let's just call a spade, being a team that gets off to a slow start on the road.
Yeah, I think the last 2 games against Mississippi State and LSU,
Yes.
Mississippi State and Oklahoma, whatever the last 2 away games were, the Razorbacks have gotten better, right? And I think that's been a big key for Calipari to know that the Razorbacks are getting off to slow starts, and so getting that offense going early. And I think Razorbacks got to play good defense, and we have shown good defense against good 3-point shooters. An example is that earlier in the season against Louisville, who shot 43s a game, and we held them to a low percentage. I think getting out to them, blocking out, getting the rebounds. When we get the rebounds, and push it. When we don't allow offensive rebounds for the other team, that's when we are arguably going to win the game.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, with a team like that, that really makes the three, you got to find ways to slow them down. You saw, and I'm not sure that we'll ever see it again. And I don't know if it was because of a depth thing, but you actually saw Arkansas run a matchup zone a couple of nights. You know, I think it was
Hmm.
against Mississippi State, and I'll be interested to see if a team like Alabama starts hitting a lot of threes if they make a change like that to see if it makes a difference. Obviously, that's the draw with the zone, right? Like
Hmm.
you they could easily pick it apart and get more 3-point opportunities, right? But nonetheless, I'm excited to see what they got going. That is the start of, I think, what down the stretch. I think we still yet to play Florida. We've got a couple of tough matchups coming up in the final few weeks. But guys, I mean, we're slowly. I think we're 3/4 of the way now through the conference schedule. So there's not many games left. It's dwindling down for the conference tournament. And the Razorbacks are going to have a couple more opportunities to bolster their seeding for and their net ranking for the NCAA tournament, and potentially raise themselves up. I think last I saw they were sitting like a 6 seed, so they're ample opportunities. Getting a win at Alabama on Wednesday night would be a huge step towards getting a much higher seed.
No question. You still got Alabama and you still got Florida, but the rest of the home games, the rest of the very difficult games, example A&M, I believe, are at home. So that definitely helps with the atmosphere in Bud Walton. And I think Razorbacks will finish as a 2 or 1 seed. It'll all depend on the Florida game, but I do not see us going into Florida and winning. That'll be a big game for the Razorbacks, but only time will tell. But I think the Razorbacks will finish probably a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament. I hope they're 6-6 in quad one games, so I think that will continue.
Absolutely, man. Well, guys, thanks for stopping in for another episode of the Hog Call. And guys, make sure you check it out. We got some interesting episodes coming up. We've been able to pull together some pretty sweet stuff. We're just getting started, so if you haven't yet, make sure you like, leave a comment, and guys, subscribe. Help us out. Hit the subscribe button.